Good morning. While I'm driving, I have a few hours before I can reach the next destination. I would like to take the opportunity to share with you something that worked very well for me. I want to talk about waste or toxins that we have in our mind and in our body. First thing I want you to know, there is no such things as healing without cleansing. You cannot start your fight against any disease if internally you have a lot of garbages, you have a lot of toxins in your body. It doesn't work very well. Garbage or toxins are what are weighting our body down, and most of the time they are the root cause of the ailments, the diseases we are experiencing. With regard to cancer, I already told you that two things happen at the beginning and during my cancer journey. First, a judge kicked me out of my home, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that, why it becomes a blessing. And the second, he ordered that I didn't have so much money to spend. These two events, initially, I didn't understand it. I was lamenting on it. But actually, these two events made it possible for me to be here at this place and to share with you my journey. And basically, I will say my war against cancer. Let's start with the mind. Something that we always overlook is how we are doing emotionally. You have the specialist, psycho, social, whatever term, those people who are dealing with the mind and the consciousness and the behavior. Those people study that stress is a big contributor to the worsening of a cancer. Actually, there are a lot of papers that I'm going to put online that show that stress actually promotes metastasis in your body. So they prove a stressful situation is going to create more pressure inside your body, basically by creating a lot of oxidation, and oxidation results in inflammation. So you have a lot of inflammation in the body, and inflammation is the key factor in the promotion of the cancer. So the tumor are going to grow very quickly. You don't want to do that. How you can deal with it? If you are lucky and in your health plan you have somebody who can help you to deal with anything that is psychological, take advantage of it. Don't start anything on the body, let's say a treatment made chemotherapy, surgery, or anything else without dealing with the mind. I discovered on my journey with the cancer last year that I had a lot of garbage inside me. You have no idea what you keep in your mind since you are a kid. See, those people who hurt you, those who bully you when you are in school. As you grow, you go to the college, there are things, a situation you are not comfortable with, then you keep it. Everything is piling up. And then you start a family and you have frustrations, which is normal of life. And then you work, you have a very difficult situation also at work. You have friends, acquaintances. All of these events happening in your life, mostly negative, we tend to keep them inside us. We rant about it, but actually we keep it and basically we lament internally, which is not good at all. as soon as I understood it, and I'm also a Christian, so I try to understand through the scripture, through the Bible, what that situation means. And I came across a verse which said, guard your heart above all things, right? So why the Bible say to all believers to guard their heart above all things? Because the verse also say, from it comes the spring of life. So life comes from the heart. Very interesting. So if God says to take care of the worries, do not worry, do not fear, do not doubt. All of those things are spirits, are spiritual. So I have to deal with it. I don't see how I can start a recovery process, a healing process, if I still have all those garbage inside me. I still hold accountable somebody who hurt me 20 years ago. I'm still keeping a grudge against someone who took my girlfriend or who stole something from me, who hurt me. I mean, it's a lot of things, right? You don't want that. You want all your energy focusing on a healing. And cancer is at a cellular level. And so you see, we have something like more than 3 trillions of cells in our body. You will never deal with the cancer if you don't have a clear mind. So the first thing to start is to start with your mind detoxification. It's mandatory. I found that after you deal with this part, then you can really have a good heart, a good understanding of what is the next step, which will be the body detoxification. As you see here, I'm driving from San Diego, and I'm going to spend all those days outdoors. The idea is for me to connect back to the nature, to connect back to my being. This is who we are. Men, animals, plants, we have been created to live in harmony with the nature, with the earth. So what I'm doing, I'm reconnecting myself back to the earth. I'm going to spend all those days in the desert here in California and surrounding, and go to help me also to take time for prayer. I learned to pray more since I start my journey with the cancer, and you need somebody to go to every time. If you are a Christian believer like me, you know that God is always available, and this is what I've been using a lot, and it's worked pretty well for me. Bottom line, do not avoid to deal with the trash that you have inside your mind. The battlefield, the mind is the battlefield. So I encourage you to really start to look inside that. For those who already have dealt with, congratulations, you're on the way for your recovery. And you know, I have plenty of time today driving to the next spot. So I'm going to record a lot of videos that I'm going to post a little bit later, and sharing with you my thoughts, and also the real things that I did, and the outcomes 1 year later. Also, as I said, there is one organization that I like, which is very helpful for those who, like me, are dealing with cancer. Is the organization run by Ty Bollinger, thetruthAboutCancer.com. I encourage you to go there. There are a lot of resources. Everything I'm telling you has been documented. There are interviews with doctors, specialists in the field all around the world, and they are sharing something that we never had before. How you can reverse cancer. We don't need to fear cancer like it used to be before. There are plenty of methods that work. You just need to educate yourself, and everything starts inside your mind. So I encourage you, deal with your mind. Sometimes it's not comfortable when you have to revisit memories, but I can tell you, after you do it, you go to be very happy. The result, the outcomes, everything you're going to see from that steps is important. So God bless you. Just take all the resources available to you online. Find a support group, friends that can help you, that understand what you're going through. Not people who are going to blame you. People who really will be your support group. We're going to be there for you. We're going to cry with you when you cry, and smile with you when you smile, rejoice with you when you make one step on progress towards your recovery. You see, 1 year ago, I was dying. I had been told that I have only a few weeks to live. And you see me right now driving in the desert, enjoying myself, praising the Lord, and sharing with you that cancer is only a word, it's not a death sentence. God bless.